people of the rock and roll, punk, prog, hardcore, thrash, and heavy metal community. My name is Jason, and this is the Great Metal Standoff, the podcast that pits music's greatest albums in track-by-track combat. Let's just cut straight to the chase. Do the battles get any bigger than this? Led Zeppelin IV versus Black Sabbath Paranoid with just Imran and I. That is a battle that's otherworldly. Here's the rules. We're getting straight into it. Every album battle will be contested in track-by-track format by our podcast panel. Each individual panelist will select a winner of each pairing. The winning track receives a point to that individual's tally score. Tracks on albums that go uncontested can receive a tally point if a panelist awards it a gold star. We won't need that. Once the battle is over, the album with the highest tally score will receive 1 grand point for that album. If a panelist's tally score results in a draw, both albums will receive a half grand point each. The album with the most grand points will be declared the winner. This is going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. We, being Imran and I, are going to be picking between the two key foundations of metal. Oh, heaven help us. Roll the audio. Let's put this on the record right now at the very beginning of this battle. Imran, I am predicting a draw.
Ooh, I'm not.
Why?
Because, actually...
See, we're already at a point where we're going to be very undecided. Are we also mad bastards for it just being the two of us and there's no guest here to keep us accountable?
Look, I will start off by saying that if you are familiar with the show, which is, all two of you out there.
Thanks for listening all this time.
Thank you, of
Sorry
course.
for the consistency. Professional work gets in the way most of the time. So if you're still sticking with us, thanks.
Oh, please. If you're familiar with me and Jason, well, I am a huge, massive, big fan of Led Zeppelin. In fact, I'd probably put them as my number one band of all time. Black Sabbath probably would be number 2, maybe 3. So, we've already got ourselves a situation.
We had a phone conversation when we were planning for our next couple of battles, and I go to him. It was actually the Black Sabbath biography book that's written by the journalist Mick Wall. Do you know that guy by any chance?
Mick Wall, he did one on Zeppelin as well.
Yes, he did. Yeah. I got the Black Sabbath one a couple of months ago, and I noticed how many times he was comparing Black Sabbath's music or influence or the scene of the music at the time to Led Zeppelin. And he's drawing these comparisons too frequently. Hang on, that's a battle here. Yeah. And we had a phone conversation, Imran and I go, okay, how about we do Led Zeppelin IV and Paranoid? And I quote his response, everybody, oof, that is filthy. I'm in.
Yeah, it sounds like something I'd say.
And there's quite a lot of drawing. There's quite a lot of tail of the tape that we're here. If you looked at the track list, you can already tell there's some dynamic ones already lined up.
I haven't actually gone out of my way to look at which songs line up with which yet because I'm mostly out of fear. Also, just because both of these songs I've pretty much memorized down to the track listing as well. So it'll pretty much be irrelevant. So I figured I may as well surprise myself and see what happens as each battle goes along.
Not only that, another one of the big flaws with podcasts like ours is we are very prone to copyright. So one of the things that we would love to do, and that is every time we introduce a song, we play a snippet of the music. But we don't do that because we could get pinged for copyright at any time.
Good.
But in fairness, I think this is one of those instances where you probably don't need to go out and seek the music out for yourself to draw a comparison because it's probably already ingrained in your head if you're a big rock fan.
Yeah. These are like the two essential rock and roll albums of all time. Or heavy metal, I guess.
Well, both bands get claimed to be inventors. There's Steppenwolf with Heavy Metal Thunder and Born to Be Wild. Led Zeppelin get credited. Judas Priest get credited. Black Sabbath is probably the most prominent.
I think, Black Sabbath is kind of the number one on the list of, quote unquote, the inventors of heavy metal, which I think is a fair assumption. Despite, I mean...
If they come out now, they're not metal at all, though.
Yeah, hell no.
Of course not.
That's hard rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the day, aside from all the whatever underground bands were happening at the moment, Black Sabbath, I guess, were the heavy metal band of the time. Zeppelin, I would put it a close second. That's just because they do a lot of bluesy, folksy stuff as well, which I guess Black Sabbath did as well. But I don't know. I think in terms of that classic metal sound, I think Sabbath have a bit more. It kind of sways more towards Sabbath side.
Second album from Black Sabbath, Paranoid. That being the thing. This is not. It's not the first time we've had Sabbath on the show. We've done. What have we done? We've done Heaven and Hell. We've done Mob Rules. We've done Master of Reality. I think that actually might have been before your time. We did Master of Reality. Paranoid, second album in a year. First album had come out earlier that year in 1970. Led Zeppelin IV, 1971. In a sentence, obviously Led Zeppelin, favourite band. In a sentence, 1 through 3 impressions.
One's a classic. 2 is heavy as heck. I can't swear on this podcast. 3 is interesting, but personal favourite of mine. I don't know how you describe them kind of like as a collective, but I don't know, like once you get to number 4, you can I really like listening to Zeppelin 1 through 4 has a really good arch of like songwriting dynamic, and I think if you listen to a song off 1 compared to a song off 4, you can really tell you can tell they're getting tighter as a band and better at songwriting and just developing really well.
Well, there you go. And I think that probably is about it because we'll be diving deep into Sabbath. We've expressed our opinions on Sabbath. This is easily one of their greatest hours. One of the most influential things we've got going on. I think there's not really much more admin we can say. We'll just question Imran as we go along. As the songwriter, as the musician out of the two of us, we're going to be picking your brain musically, I think, a little bit. But as we do that, let's start the battle. Let's ring the bell. Black Dog versus War Pigs.
Oof. I mean, I'm gonna go straight out and say War Pigs, purely because how do you fight a song with the most ultimate epic intro of all time and the most epic ultimate outro of all time? Like this is like
the best part is the ending riff, isn't it?
It's not. I mean, I wouldn't even put it as the best part. The whole song is the best part. It goes from section to section, and this is what, a 7-minute song, almost 8-minute song, and the whole song just keeps you hooked. And I've never seen a song this is a song you'd play at a party that the whole time everyone would be singing, and they'd be singing all the riffs, and they'd be singing the guitar solos, and one of those songs. So
what parties are you attending where War Pigs is on the playlist?
Cool parties.
Cool parties. We're not tribalistic here, folks.
Even seeing like live videos and stuff makes me really excited because you get Ozzy singing one lyric, and then the next lyric is just the entire audience, not one single voice unheard.
Yeah,
just singing the song back. It's iconic. There's no other way to put it.
I get the feeling that the leader instrumentally in War Pigs is probably Geezer on bass.
Oh, yeah.
You can make the argument there. He's leading through that intro and...
Right from the get-go, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right from that intro, he's playing like kind of a lead part on the bass. And then, you've got the verse.
That's Bill Ward for the most part.
Yeah. Bill Ward, you got Ozzy doing his iconic lyrics. And then once that riff comes in, dun, 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 bow, Geezer's ripping. I love that riff as well. The super funky. There's a lot of like that funk,
bit of funk, bit of
R&B.
blues, bit of jazz in there.
Hella funky. It's so good. Also, one of my favorite solos from Tony Iommi.
Okay, yeah,
hands down. That's
probably
a top
undeniable.
3. Yeah.
Black Dog, however.
Black Dog is a good song. It's one of those songs that kind of, I don't know, like it's a really iconic song. It's one they always play on the radio. Really cool riff. I got to amend the rhythm section for this one because there's some weird time things happening in it. Love the call and response thing.
Are you able to break down some of the rhythm things they're doing?
Oof.
Off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head. It's just from memory, it kind of switches, like going from like 5/4 to 4/4 in the riff in like really weird sections. And then I think what they do in the studio is kind of have a time going. I don't know whether the drummer's kind of keeping a time while Robert's singing and then they kind of come in. But it is really rhythmic based, and the way they do it in the studio is weird because there are parts where the lyrics and the instrumentals almost don't sync up, but they do, just because whatever time signature they're using is really weird. But yeah, but once it comes in, it grooves really, really well. Was that a sneeze or a cough?
That was a cough.
Bless you.
Yeah. Might need a cough again, actually, everybody.
Yeah, the way it grooves once it comes in, though, is honestly, it's really cool. And especially that main riff, the da-dun, 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 bam, bam. It's not a nice, simple riff, but it just comes in really well. Love the vocals in this as well. Vocals are iconic. It's a great song, but you can't put a song like this up against War Pigs.
Bit methodical in a way. You get your instrumental break, then some vocal break, instrumental break, vocal break. Probably one of your best parts, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of Hey Babies, I notice.
Classic. Yeah.
Robert Plant and the Hey Baby line.
That's not even that's just a little snippet of the Hey Babies from Robert Plant.
Certainly so. Some slight variations as the riff draws on. Multi-layered guitar solos kind of go on when you're listening as the headphone uses. There's a little bit of a multi-layer going on.
Harmony and stuff.
Yeah, and another great shining moment of transitions into that solo quite well too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the solo is it's a good ending because it feels like it's got a big grandiose ending, I guess. So the solo fades out quite nicely.
Yeah, I reckon Imran summed that up pretty well, but I think he is on the money with going War Pigs wins this one. I'm joining him with War Pigs, and that'll kick Paranoid off with the 1-0. Again, we said it at the start, but my biggest fear is there is no third guest here to keep us accountable if we start turning into fan wankers at the minute, which is very likely. Yep. Okay, Rock and Roll versus Paranoid.
These are, in my brain, these two are like the same song.
What, Paranoid and Rock and Roll?
Yeah.
Or Black Dog and Rock and Roll?
No, Paranoid and Rock and Roll. Huh. They're both just like short, sharp, 2-3 minute kind of. They're not. I wouldn't call them throwaway songs, but they're almost just like a weird gap filler. They're both great songs. Don't get me wrong. Like Paranoid, even when they were recording the album Paranoid, Paranoid was like a last minute put in. By the band.
Just so they could have a single, isn't it?
Yeah, just because they wanted a single, and they were just like, we need something that's like, 2 minutes or whatever. And I think the story goes, Tony came up with the riff, and everyone came back to the studio and just did whatever they wanted over the top of it. It's a very simple song as well.
Yeah, and it doesn't really, there's not too much variation that goes on.
No.
Really, I mean, the structure that you see at the start, it lasts for a minute and a half after the solo as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Good song, not too bad. Rock and Roll. John Bonham's the star of the show in this song, I think. It starts off with Bonham and it has a solo from Bonham to end it. Yes.
What he does at the start is very like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's this, he's almost transferred this really iconic blues lick onto drums. It's just like a classic like opening blues lick that you'd use in like old school blues songs, like a lot of Chuck Berry songs you find in just a and he just kind of transferred it onto drums, which I think is really cool. Also, who's the piano player from the Rolling Stones?
Oh no!
Because fact check.
Fact check or Google search is incoming.
He is on this song.
Righto.
Yeah, that's a little fun fact for you guys. Rock and roll's great. Rock and roll. It's a very fun, like you want to bounce around to this kind of stuff. It's just a classic 12-bar blues structure.
You'd hear it at the dive bar.
Yeah, exactly, and it's good fun. I actually really love the solo in this as well.
Why so?
It just rips. It just kind of Jimmy just kind of goes for it. I appreciate that.
I've got in my notes here, drowning in blues licks. You gravitate to the blues, don't you? So.
Well, yeah, I sucker for the blues. You'll hear about that later, don't worry.
Where did the love for blues for you come?
Zeppelin.
It was just through Zeppelin?
Yeah, after I found out they plagiarized all their songs.
Do we want to address that now?
I mean, they did it.
There was an egregious one that did get thrown out a few years ago. We'll maybe address that later.
We'll get to it. But,
okay, let's actually break that down. Okay, so it is clear that they probably did.
Well, I think the thing was that they didn't credit the original artists.
Okay.
That was where the plagiarism came from.
Have you ever done a compare the pair with some of them? Say like Dazed and Confused. I think that's a blatant rip-off, right? So have you ever done compare compare the pair with, say, songs like that.
Yeah, oh, you mean like listening to Zeppelin and then listening to the original?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's how I got into the blues was after hearing about Zeppelin plagiarizing all the songs, I thought to myself, hey, what do these original songs sound like? And then I'd listen to those and I'd think, hey, these songs are really cool. And then I just went into a big rabbit hole of blues songs. So like, A Whole Lot of Love, what other songs?
Immigrant Song, I guess. That's not necessarily as bluesy, is it?
No, Immigrant Song wasn't a...
yeah, not really.
Wasn't really a rip-off. I'm trying to think of the ones that they got. It's a lot of the ones from the
Zeppelin
first...
1.
Yeah,
Baby,
Zeppelin
I'm
1,
Gonna Leave
Zeppelin
You's
2.
on that one, right?
Sorry?
Baby, I'm Gonna Leave You's on that one, right?
Yeah, Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You is one of them. I Can't Quit You, Babe. That's one.
Yeah.
How Many More Times? That's one that's like an 8-minute Zeppelin song, and they've got like 3 different blues songs in that one that they just kind of took from, which I think is really interesting. Yeah, I can't recall off the top of my head all of them, but there's a lot of songs, there's a lot of back catalogue that they kind of take from and just they never credited until they did, which was quite recently.
Bit of a bummer, but hey, now that we know, now there's more range to discover. So
of course,
that's good.
yeah.
But yeah, that would have been.
That's how I got into the blues was from Zeppelin.
As you say. In conclusion, though, rock and roll or Paranoid?
I think I'm going to go rock and roll.
Gonna go rock and roll. Okay,
The song's too fun.
It is a fun one. I don't know. I think I might differ with you and go Paranoid.
Ooh.
Just through simplicity, it's a bit throwaway, but a sing along kind of thing.
Yeah, I get that. I think Paranoid's definitely kind of easier to get into.
Yeah, not to deny rock and roll. It just took. I think rock and roll was a bit slower to grow on me than say Paranoid. It was a bit interchangeable, I would say, but I think you raised some good points about rock and roll that's redeemed in my head. Also, I listened to that song with my dad a couple of days ago, and that gave me the reminder of, this is where the appeal for Zeppelin goes. Not the appeal for Zeppelin, but where Zeppelin are at their best environmentally, I would say. Yeah, and 100%. Experiencing the band itself. So for me, I will go Paranoid, despite giving a bit of credit to rock and roll. Different battle, this one here. Bit more. This is where, I guess, extensions from Led Zeppelin III is very acoustic and a bit folky at times. This is one of their more folky ones, the Battle of Evermore, and that's going up against the psychedelic Planet Caravan. Yeah.
This kind of made me realise as well, both of these albums are structured not the same, but similarly. Like they've got this, they start off with a big...
Sort of, but not.
Like almost. Like not really, but yeah. Like they kind of start off with a big song. They've got this weird filler song. There's a second one, and then the third one is just a weird soft song. I mean, they're not weird, but Planet Caravan's a little weird.
Well, it's the psychedelic song.
Yeah.
And this in early 70s, but definitely late 60s, that's when psychedelia was starting to begin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of
Probably
course.
Influenced by, Beatles post-India.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I could say Planet Caravan kind of definitely being inspired by the Beatles. Battle of Evermore, I guess, is more like... That's more like medieval kind of thing happening. Like, you got, chainmail and your folklore, and you got a bunch of people dancing.
It's a conclusion you draw to as soon as you hear a mandolin in a context like that.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's also got another singer in there, Sandy Denny.
Sandy Denny from what's the band? Hang on, I wrote it down. Fairport Convention, the lead singer. That was an old British folk band. I've never listened to them, but she's great on this song. I think.
Oh, great duet between her and Plant.
Yeah. This is the only guest singer they've also had on a Zeppelin song, which I find fascinating.
Okay.
She really does very well in this song.
It's tough to distinguish, but there's this just hint of grace into it that just draws you in. Not necessarily hypnotic, but it's that dreamy, frolicky.
You get a vibe of like she has an almost like gentle but powerful voice. I don't know how there's a weird juxtaposition.
And you don't know when she stops and Plant starts. Because they interweave so well. There's
a lot of times, where they're harmonizing, and it's you can kind of get like who's singing what part, because they've both got similar range and stuff as well, and you can hear when Robert Plant kind of belts it out, and then Sandy kind of comes in with this nice gentle little bit, but they do both kind of like swap that at some points as well. Like Sandy's got her powerful moments. Robert's got his moments. Yeah, I'm probably going to go Battle of Evermore on this one. That is not to say Planet Caravan is freaking awesome. I love the vibe.
You're a sucker for this kind of music.
Just like repetitive, like weird, floaty kind of music.
We are a family show, so I can't go too far in it, but I just sit and I think, if you love Planet Caravan, that must mean your favourite Sabbath song is track 1 on Master of Reality. But anyway. I'm saying that to anyone listening, by the way.
I plead the Fifth Amendment.
Not to say I like that track too,
So,
but
yeah.
I'm thinking if your favourite song is track 1 from Master of Reality, of course you're going to really love Planet Caravan.
Yeah, we'll do Master of Reality again one day. Don't worry.
Revisited.
No, I mean it's a great song. It's so I'm a sucker for congas as well. I love it's nice and light in the background.
It is light, yeah.
I love the
Warmth in the bass as well.
Oh, the bass.
A bit warm.
Standout in the song for me. It's like whatever Geezer did it so well and much more. It really just feels like I'm just floating comfortably through a weird spaceship through space. I love the weird.
You'd get abducted by aliens with this.
Yeah, you would,
background.
100%. I love the little weird synthy pulses that they kind of have in the song, kind of throughout as well. So
Weird, single note.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, whatever that is. The solo is great as well. It's a bit of jazz in it almost.
Yeah.
But it's a nice clean solo at the end. Ozzy's vocals are weird, but I love it.
Speaking on the solo, again, let's put a visual aspect to it. Think of a very foggy night and those little short melodies kind of just burst through the fog. You can't see it. You can't see the scene which it's coming from or the source, but it's very far away and the sound is travelling towards you with some grace to it.
Interesting.
Grace might be the word of the day for this pod because there is, especially with the more chilled out tracks. Mm-hmm. But you love it. If you're in the mood, I guess, but it's not something I'll be speaking out. I'm going to join you with the Battle of Evermore, actually.
I mean, I got to say, I'm always in the mood for Black Sabbath, but no matter what song. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Battle of Evermore.
Yeah,
I think it's slightly better put together as a song.
I'm with you there. Yeah,
I forgot to mention as well, the outro is phenomenal. That bring it back. You know, Plant just going crazy.
Yeah, they have this I think it's Plant that does a very long vocal harmony, and I don't know what it is. Whatever grace that Page is connoting with his mandolin as the song progresses, but there is this slight shift in tension as that comes up, and it's not something that gets heavy or anything like that, but you do feel a sense of change, and it's not urgency, but it's a synonym to that.
Yeah, I get, you really feel like it builds at the end. It's just
Yeah, there's a disturbance in the air and the air's suddenly gone cold. Mm-hmm. Bring it back. That's where, I think that's, from a visual point, if we're going to try and visualise music in a way, we're going to, exploration, Great Metal Standoff tonight. That is probably what we're looking at there.
I think you've been listening to a bit too much of track 1 of Master of Reality, Jason.
Episode 6, it went up against Number of the Beast. Who did that win? That
Number
track?
of the Beast.
That track or Invaders? Who won that battle, do you think? Go into the archives for that. Track 4, This Is Why We Are Here Today. Imran. Take a wild guess what that is. Take a wild guess what this battle is. And I hate every minute of it.
How do you put two songs that are this iconic together?
That's the beauty of this show.
I reckon, these are two songs that, like my dad, he doesn't listen to music. He hates music. I reckon I could show these two songs to my dad and he'd know what they are. That's how iconic these two songs are.
If you haven't worked it out yet, it's Stairway to Heaven versus Iron Man.
Brutal. Filthy. Messed up.
This was the business pitch to get you here.
Yeah, it was.
Goodness me.
I haven't decided.
As of, by the way, we'll point it out because we were talking about Zeppelin plagiarism. As of March 2020, that intro is not a rip-off of the Spirit song Taurus.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, it went to court. They ruled in favour of Led Zeppelin. They did not rip that song off.
And everyone in that court was legally deaf.
Well, it's the same key, but there's different inflections within the riff.
Look, riff stealing is a whole nother debate in itself that requires a whole nother episode of another podcast.
Give us a snippet then. Give us a paragraph. Come on. Be brave, Imran.
You can't steal a chord progression.
No.
Unless you're stealing the direct notes from the chord progression, which Jimmy Page really liked to do, so... you know, not to put a lot of slack on Jimmy Page here. I love Jimmy Page. He's a great guitarist. That's the only thing I love him for.
Does he
Say no
split
more.
opinion into like, oh, he wasn't that good. He wasn't that great, and he's a bit overrated. As
Jimmy
terms of-
Page?
Yeah.
Oh, he
as
was
like,
sloppy as hell. He was a sloppy guitar player. But when I first started playing guitar, he taught me everything I knew. So
when you started
can't
playing
discredit
guitar,
him.
it was mostly Zeppelin tunes.
I started out with Slash, and then I went to Jimmy Page.
Right. What was your first Zeppelin song you learnt?
I got no freaking idea, dude.
Too many.
Yeah. It probably would have been something silly like Stairway.
You didn't do it in a music shop, did you?
No.
Good.
Yeah. I did it in the privacy of my own home.
Good. We're upholding Wayne's World here.
Yeah.
As sloppy as Jimmy Page is, he's nailed that solo.
Oh, absolutely. That is honestly, as much as Stairway is one of those songs that's, overplayed to all hell.
It's one of the very few that you can sit through 8 minutes every time.
Yeah.
It's one of the few.
It's also true. It's along the lines of War Pigs.
Or Iron Man, actually.
Yeah, or Iron Man.
As a metal fan, you probably get sick to death of hearing that one.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like, something like Iron Man is probably... It'd be easier to consume than War Pigs because it's just kind of one riff throughout the whole song.
It's slower than you remember it. Every time, if you go a long time without hearing it, you'll hear it again. Oh, it is slower than you think.
Yeah,
dun, 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 dun.
But that's the beauty of it. It's that thumping, doomy feel. You've got a big guy in a big metal suit just stomping the city.
Or just traveling between planets, really, and universes and galaxies,
Yeah,
warning of the disaster. That's pretty much what that song entails.
And everyone hated him for some reason. I feel like if I knew a big guy in a metal suit, I'd be friends with the guy. But
Well, that's got to be some sort of, I guess, a message about propaganda or,
I guess so.
ostracizing truth tellers, I guess. Could be.
Never interpreted it that way, but I like it.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
We're spitballing here.
Yeah.
A little bit of a change halfway through when we're talking about Iron Man. The solo you have Iron Man performing there, it kind of is a bit more, it's a bit like, was it Black and Dog or Rock and Roll, where it's kind of buried in the riff. It's not necessarily, unless it was just the stereo system I was listening to and I had the bass ramped up.
You're talking about the
Iron
solo
Man
is the
solo.
and
then
it
Iron Man
goes,
starts
rips,
going,
yeah?
starts letting it rip. Yeah. This running, I feel like as it builds up, okay, the Iron Man is traveling around. He's probably and then the people are starting to, I guess, see him as the enemy. He's probably running away from the rabid crowd as the tension builds in that song.
Yeah.
We're talking visually here.
Yeah, I like that.
And the song even ends, I think, with Iommi having a little bit of a solo battle between himself. There's two different things going on listening
it's got,
on headphones.
That's a thing that Iommi does a lot that I really like. I don't like it. Kind of sounds a bit weird sometimes when he does it, but yeah, he does this thing where he just kind of sounds like he hard pans two guitars to each side and just rips a solo. So you've kind of got two solos happening at once. It kind of gives it a bit more of a psychedelic feel.
Okay,
And you'll notice as well, he'll kind of play the same thing, but not really. So you can tell it's two different guitars, but it's the same-ish solo. Or he'll just play two completely different things and just kind of give you a weird, mind-swirling kind of thing happening.
Does that work most of the time?
It depends. I think Iommi doesn't do it all the time, which I think is good because I feel like if you're doing something like that all the time, it's not gonna hit as hard when you're doing it. So something like that, you kind of have to be tasteful with it, and it also depends on what you're playing as well. Like I said, it's kind of weird sometimes when Iommi does it, but I think he does it well most of the time. I really like when he does it. At least I think it's interesting just having two different things kind of happening. It's supposed to be like one solo, but you've got a solo, or you've got two guitars playing the same solo slightly differently, giving it kind of a weird psychedelic kind of feel. Because you're like, which one should I be listening to? What's supposed to be happening here? You get a vibe, but it's like, what's really happening? Who knows? It's a bit chaotic. I like it.
All right. Let's swap back to Stairway to Heaven. Let's split this breakdown in two parts. First half, first 4 minutes until Bonham comes in, which, by the way, what a way to introduce Bonham into the song.
Yes, sir.
First, up until that point, impressions. How do we break that down?
It's slow when you first listen to it. or at least if you haven't listened to it for a while, you feel how slow it is. It's hard to describe a song like this because it's so structured and there's so much. Like when you break it down, it's a fairly simple song, but there's so much little things happening that they do that really add more to the song the more you listen to it. Like Jimmy will switch up the way he plays a particular riff. Robert will add the new way to sing a part, at a different melody. You've got John Paul Jones playing the flutes or the recorders.
Yeah, I think it's listed as recorder here.
Recorder, that's the one. Which, they're kind of buried underneath all of that, but really just adds
There's a certain sweetness to it.
It's a much needed layer because if that wasn't there, the song would feel empty.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah. And you kind of hear it a little bit as well when John Paul Jones stops playing because he kind of comes in and out at some points. Yeah, it's a very much needed texture. It's almost like having a synth underneath it, just playing like something really airy, which it's a woodwind instrument, so that makes sense. I'm spitballing here, guys.
That's what we bring you in here for.
Yep. Like that first 4 minutes and then just the switch to that second. You wouldn't call it a second verse, just the second part. Where it goes, it makes me wonder.
Subtle switch. There's an acoustic in your left, bit of electric in your right.
Yeah.
Slowly, ever increase. Well, not increasing, but
this is one of those songs that builds very, very well. Like it's hard to think of a song along this line that is able to build to a climax so well, because when you go from a song that starts with one single acoustic guitar playing arpeggios to right at the end, everyone is going full force, beating the hell out of a drum kit, belting the lyrics out, absolutely thrashing a guitar and a bass. Like the way they get there and just the journey along the way it's almost unmatched.
All right. Now, you've touched on it. Let's break it down a little bit more. The bridge, the big lead into the solo hits, then the licks hit, then the big finish of the song. Let's break that down a little bit.
There's so much.
There is a lot.
It's a big song. I forget how big this song is.
Yeah.
I've listened to it so many times. It feels like 2 minutes.
And weirdly, one of the best parts for me in that solo. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just post solo. But even just when it gets to a bit, it's that 2 notes like. That's one of the best bits.
Yeah.
He's playing 2 notes, sliding up and down.
Yeah, it's just adding just a little bit of, like it's adding a little bit of story just to the solo itself, because the solo, you can just solo and just play whatever you want, right? You can just go for kind of a free solo, or you could do something like this, where Jimmy Page has kind of structured this weird, this solo to kind of have parts and play different things and have this little emotion here, and then kind of bring you into this, this little slide part that.
And Bonham directs it a little bit with some of the fills that he
does.
has. He's directing traffic there.
Yeah. Bonham is playing with Jimmy in that part. 100%. Bonham, honestly, in this song, I've never seen Bonham play this song live as well as he does in the studio. I think he absolutely nailed it in the studio, because the way he plays right alongside Jimmy the whole time, and everything that he plays and every note, every hit is just picture perfect. I don't know what the heck he did in there, but it was just top notch. I think his performance on Stairway is incredibly underrated. That's just for me personally. It might not be, but
On that note, folks, I think we'll both go Stairway. How about that?
Oh, hey, wait, whoa, wait. Calm down.
Twist. Plot twist. I'm going Stairway. Are you actually going to go Iron Man? We got to make a decision.
I got to think about it. I can't just leave Iron Man sitting here like that.
Think about what I had to do. I love Iron Man, but at the same time,
whatever, man. Put me down a Stairway.
yeah, and then run away.
Let's move on quickly, please.
Okay, because it's now very emotional for him, Ron. He's pulling his eyes out. We'll end it on a laugh then. Tenacious D tribute, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when they encountered the shiny demon, they played the greatest song in the world.
They did.
We don't know what it was because they forgot it.
Yes.
Then again, when you listen to Tribute, listen to the outro, a lot of those chords are all very similar to the Stairway to Heaven outro.
They are. Yeah, a lot of, there's
So it's a common misconception that they just played Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I listen, like, the more I listen to that song, the more I hear those Stairway chords in there. I reckon they definitely did that on purpose, because a song like Stairway, you could definitely put up against the Devil and probably win. So
You could. But
theoretically.
again, we don't know the greatest song in the world, but
yeah, I'm just saying, it's like theoretically.
they are drawing inspiration somewhere.
It's all hypotheses, guys, from science experiments.
To pay tribute to the greatest song in the world, they used bits of Stairway
Oh, yeah.
as their way. So keep that in mind. All right, we'll do a quick score check, by the way. 2-2 for myself, 3-1 for Imran Led Zeppelin.
Oof.
I think that's the only score check we need because we've got 4 more tracks here. So, halfway through the battle, 2-2 for myself, 3-1 Imran. Led Zeppelin is in the lead. Ooh. Well, if I end in a draw, at least then half the prediction came true. We do get a winner, but anyway. Misty Mountain Hop, the little mountain goat of Led Zeppelin IV, takes on Electric Funeral. Now, that is the nuclear mushroom cloud and what's happened after that.
Yes. This is Electric Funeral is a very, very ominous song. It's very, the vocal delivery and the lyrics is all just super, really puts you in this weird mood of like, man, I really don't want to be part of a nuclear war, you know? I think it's a really cool riff. I love the wah pedal kind of going through. I think it's 2 guitar tracks and one of them's got a wah pedal, I think, by the sounds of it. Could be wrong.
Easily one of the darkest riffs on Paranoid.
Oh, yeah. Super cool, super doomy. Bass as well. Bass is playing some really cool stuff in that riff. A shout out to that middle section as well.
Yep.
Super, super jazzy.
Well, what goes on? You get a drum break, a little 3-chord bridge from Iommi, and then it hits a bit of a quicker pace, and you've got Ozzy singing a bit of a higher register, and then register, and eventually it will culminate with a very megaphone-driven, sounding like it's coming straight out of a megaphone. Electric Funeral, Electric Funeral, and then after that it just goes back to the slow plod that it began with.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's real weird. It's weirdly structured, but I like that part in the middle because the switch up I think fits quite nicely because you've got this kind of panic kind of happening. The drums are super busy. The bass and the guitar are kind of just playing alongside each other. Ozzy's, doing his thing. I love the crazy high, like, guitar bends as well that plays during the Electric Funeral. Really, really just amps up. Really, really gives you a sense of panic, and then all of a sudden you're back to this weird nuclear wasteland. It's a really cool song. It's very... Yeah. It's just... The only thing I can think of is it's just super ominous, super creepy.
Yeah, it's underneath the dark mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
That's...
Complete opposite to Misty Mountain Hop.
Again, a prancy little mountain goat you've got there.
Yep.
A bit synthy.
Yeah, really cool key parts, really cool drum parts. I think the drums and the keys kind of go hand in hand really well in this song. Jimmy's just kind of doing his thing as per usual. This is a good one to kind of sing as loud as you can. Like this is a song you kind of have in the car and you're just belting out. It's a very catchy song. It's very you just kind of. This is one of those songs that your parents would call hippie music, you know.
Really? Okay.
I reckon.
I think Battle of Evermore is more hippie than this.
I mean, we haven't even gotten to the most hippie song on the album yet.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
I just drew Mountain Hop. It's a song with one riff and it just sticks to it.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Very,
dun, dun, dun. Little bit of things go on. So there's a riff in your right channel, the vocals get laid, sometimes there's a double up.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Fair enough. I think it's very catchy. I think it's a delightful little song.
Oh, even better, actually. 2 guitar parts. Here we go. I'm just reading my notes verbatim now. Doubled in each ear, then a solo down the centre.
Yeah. Oh, in that middle part.
Yeah, middle bit.
Yeah. I don't mind the solo. It's very just like...
Oh, that's all right, yeah.
It's just kind of... I mean, the solo didn't really need to be there, but, you know.
Why?
I don't know. It's just it's a prancy little song. They could have just kept it at a prancy little song, but...
I'll take the doom of Electric Funeral.
Yeah, I think I will too. Look at us metalheads.
Led Zeppelin, they get credited as metal sometimes. Well, it depends, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It only depends, I guess.
Depends on if the song's heavy or not, I guess.
Yeah. What's the heaviest Led Zeppelin track?
Let me think about this.
I can't think of it off the top of my head. I don't know why my brain went to Kashmir, by the way. Probably isn't, but popped in my head.
Kashmir, no.
Nah, probably not.
Like, I get what...
It's anthemic, but that's about it.
I get where you're going, but no. Or I'll get back to you on that one.
Cool. Four Sticks versus Hand of Doom.
This one is an incredibly hard one for me.
All right, explain why.
Because they're both so good.
They're both dark blues.
Yeah. I'll start with Four Sticks. Maybe that's a bit easier to explain.
Go ahead. Swampy and grimy, I describe this as.
Actually, I don't know if this is easier to explain, but yeah. I feel like this is one of those underrated Zeppelin songs.
Okay.
Yeah, no one ever talks about Four Sticks. You know, the song that John Bonham played with 4 drumsticks.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I'm assuming 2 sticks in each hand.
Yeah, you'd think so too.
Yeah, that's all I'm imagining. If he managed to do it some other way, props. But no idea.
Which is strange because I drew the conclusion that it felt a little bit more of a lighter touch. Unless that was just the start of it.
I'm not sure. There are parts in the song where you can hear the sticks kind of clicking together.
Maybe that's it then.
I don't know if that's, yeah.
John Paul Jones gets a little bit more airtime or space to breathe a little bit.
Yeah, it's got some, that middle section has kind of got a bit of a synth thing going. But yeah, I think really cool riff. Everything in this song it's weird because I feel like everything flows and it still feels like a really jagged kind of song.
I see what you mean by jagged, yeah.
Yeah. It feels like you're kind of zigzagging from one thing to another. Really love the vocals on this song. I think the vocals are the standout for me. Robert Plant just absolutely rips. Everything that he's doing over the top of the instrument, because the instrumental is kind of, it's not basic, but it's just, they keep it quite simple, quite rhythmic. There's not really a solo in this song either. It's just kind of like they've got that middle section that kind of gets to this weird bit
then
more.
You get a bit of synthy bridge, or maybe they're using a mellotron or something like that.
Yeah, it's some kind of mellotron or synth.
There's a level of ascendancy in there, and really it's only just Jimmy Page is on guitar, and he's just kind of supporting it rather than going insane with it.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's nothing really crazy in terms of the instrumentals, apart from John Bonham, I guess, playing with 4 sticks. Very odd.
Is there any other famous songs that have utilised that technique that we know of?
Not that I know of.
If anyone does know that, please do get in contact, by the way, Metal Standoff Pod.
I'm intrigued. But yeah, I think this is a really just interesting song. I think it's very driving. It's got a bit of like this weird, like you said, a bit sludgy, swampy kind of feel to it.
There's some grime.
Bit of grime
There's
to
this
it.
dirty grime all throughout it.
Yeah. I really like this
It's not the
song.
only one that I describe as, by the way, on Led Zeppelin IV. Still to come.
Ooh, yeah.
And its opponent...
Even grimier. I wrote here, my first notes, moody and grim.
It is grim.
Yeah. This song, hands down, best Aussie vocals on the album, I reckon. He is belting it out.
I'm with you there. Yeah. It is probably one of his best.
Just on this album, he shines. Love the riff, super, super dark, super just. It really makes you feel like you're in the swamplands of Vietnam. Middle of the war. You got no hope, and you're listening to Hand of Doom in your Walkman, which hasn't been invented yet. Yeah, this song is grim.
Now,
it is dark. That once it picks up as well, it really starts to feel like you're going into this kind of spiral of a bad trip or something.
Is that from that bridge where it's a...
Yeah. And then it goes to that part as well where it gets real, like... They've got this weird, like... what's the word? Like offbeat kind of drum part where it's got...
Yes.
Like just kind of descending into that as well.
Right there.
Sorry?
That's a war march right there.
Oh, yeah.
Marching off to war there. And then I guess when the solo hits, solo hits, there's that hint of delirium.
Yeah, really, like, they did that middle section really well just to make you feel like you're kind of spiraling. And then, once you get back to that, doomy riff again, you're just back into it. It's just, it's a big, epic song.
You're returning back from the temple in Apocalypse Now.
Yep.
Where actually, you know that scene where they arrive on the beach and it's set to Ride of the Valkyries?
Oh, yeah.
There you go, Hand of Doom right there. Dun,
You could,
dun,
you
dun,
could put
dun,
that over the top.
dun, 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 dun.
Oh, that'd work really well. Yeah, every time I listen to this, I don't know, I just get this sense of like I should be in Vietnam right now. You know, just riding down a river looking for Marlon Brando.
Not to go down too off topic, but Vietnam is definitely on the bucket list of travelling.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I can't say Black Sabbath is the reason or Apocalypse Now or anything like that. Probably the Top Gear special is more likely as to why I want to go there.
That checks out.
Yeah, if anyone doesn't know, I'm a huge Top Gear fan. And
I'm
Grand
wearing
Tour.
the jumper right now.
Yeah, so weirdly, they started a merch line when they left Top Gear, and they had a little merch line for their company Drive Tribe, and James May has a particular catchphrase that they made a T-shirt out of, and I got a red hoodie of that, so there you go.
Nice. It's free advertising.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Top Gear guys.
Yeah, I don't think Drive Tribe does too much as a social media platform anyway. They're on YouTube, and Grand Tour I think is ended. Anyway, oh well, Hand of Doom.
Yeah, Hand of Doom. I don't know which one I'm going to pick.
But I'm not deciding until you are, to be honest, mate. Why did he agree to this battle?
Starting to question that.
I'll tell you what, mark my words on the record. We will revisit this sometime in the future, and we will have a guest in to keep us accountable next time.
All right, done. We'll have him listen to this pod.
Yeah, they can pick us apart.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go with...
Tough, isn't it?
Four Sticks.
Four Sticks is Imran's call.
That hurts. That really hurts.
I'm going to go Hand of Doom.
Good call.
I'm going to go Hand of Doom.
I would have cried if you went Four Sticks as well.
As in, yeah, it doesn't get the credit it deserves. Going to California. Once again, we're going back to folky Led Zeppelin. Very Led Zeppelin III.
Yes.
And that's going up against an instrumental track called Rat Salad.
Rat Salad. This has got one of the coolest goddamn riffs I've ever heard. Just that intro.
Iommi or Bill Ward's drumming?
No, just the guitar riff. The and then it goes into this cool solo. You know, it's a cool song. I don't know. It's it's pretty wacky. Not gonna lie, it's a bit of a goofy song.
I've just written glorified jam ?
Yeah,
probably it's just a jam they recorded. And
I feel like they probably just they just came up with the riff. They were just like, let's just riff it.
Yeah,
kind of go for it.
We're never going to replicate that again, so get the recorder out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, get that tape ready.
Yeah. Rat Salad's really cool. There's not much to say about it, but I really like it.
Well, there's a big drum solo in it. Everyone drops out and Bill Ward does a nice thing.
Bill Ward, very underrated drummer.
Break that down. Break the solo down.
I can't.
Yeah. We'll get a drummer in next time. All right, well, let's go to Going to California.
Going to California. This song's really nice. You know, it's structured well. It's got really nice melodies. I really like the mandolin parts. I like all the vocal parts. I like the little middle part where Robert's vocals get all reverby and, you know, it just gets kind of a bit epic and they go back into the song. It's a pretty song, you know, it's hippies and flowers and such.
Innocence.
Yeah, innocence.
General youthful innocence.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really attracted to this song a lot. Like, it was just kind of there, and I was just like, yeah, it's a nice song, you know?
I like it, yeah.
It's a good song, don't get me wrong. I just, like, when I listen to Zeppelin, I don't go out of my way to listen to Going to California, you know? If I want to listen to folk Zeppelin, I'd listen to The Battle of Evermore. Or I'd listen to...
Well, Zeppelin III.
Something off Zeppelin III, yeah. Or I'd listen to something off of Physical Graffiti. They got some really cool stuff on there. Going to California just never really stuck with me, to be honest. And it's weird, because this is one of their biggest folky kind of songs, I guess because it's on Zeppelin IV. I think, as far as I know, in terms of their folky stuff, this is kind of one of the biggest ones they ever put out, or one that got the most popular. But yeah, I don't know. There was never anything about this that I thought this is a freaking amazing song. It's just kind of there. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it.
Innocence is the word you describe it. It's channeling a person's naivety. There's a delicacy to it with, you know, the guitar playing and all like that. You bring up the mandolin. I'll tell you what. I was going to go into California, but I think you've won me over with Rat Salad with your description there, actually.
It's a good song. It's simple. It's, you just kind of headbang a little bit and that's it. You're done. It's 2 minutes.
Imran, you've won me over. Rat Salad for me.
Rat Salad for me too. Woo!
We're at the final track.
Oh, God.
We're at the final track.
This is...
Now.
Before you start,
Yep.
This is worse than Stairway and Iron Maiden for me.
It's worse.
It's worse.
That battle is When the Levee Breaks versus Fairies Wear Boots. I can say that depending on how things go, depending on how we lie, this battle either ends in a draw or there is an outright winner. Depending on how our allegiances go, just so you know.
I forget which one I voted. I forget which way I'm swaying as
That's
well.
good. I'm going to say this right now. Your vote will decide this battle. I'm saying that right now. No pressure. Once again, When the Levee Breaks versus Fairies Wear Boots. Which song would you like to talk about first?
I'm going to start with Fairies Wear Boots.
Go.
Sexiest intro I've ever heard in my life. I'm sorry, you can censor that. Let me start again.
No, we'll keep going.
And going from there, it just gets better. It just like, I don't know, well, like just the intro, for example, kind of going into that, cool, like, the bass is doing its thing, really sexy drum beat. You got the kind of bow, bow, and then it goes into like another solo, and it just keeps ripping. And then, they go into the main song, the bow, the bow. That's just blues rock at its finest.
Yeah.
Honestly, like that is the if you want to show someone what blues rock sounds like, show them Fairies Wear Boots, You got a really cool vocal melody kind of happening. Lyrics are crazy. Lyrics are about a guy who's seeing fairies wearing boots, like...
So it's a denotation, folks.
Yep. The song just keeps you bouncing. You got there really is no chorus either. It's just kind of like the riff just keeps playing. You got Tony Iommi doing a bit of solo-y stuff.
How similar would you call that main riff to Hand of Doom? Maybe after the long solo and a bridge, which actually, there was a particular build in there that I thought predated Band on the Run. There's a little bit in there halfway
okay.
through.
I get you.
I'm not saying Band on the Run is a rip-off or anything like that, but you can hear similarities there.
I get what you mean, yeah. I mean, well, it's a blues rock song. There comes a point with these songs, I guess this kind of goes with the plagiarism thing as well, is that you can't really copyright a riff if it's a riff that everyone's kind of using.
That's true.
And when there's little motifs, like you can directly copy a riff, but
yes,
when it's a little motif that you can change around and play with and make your own, it's hard to say that someone stole it rather than this is
so in this
it's never really an original riff. Like I don't know how to explain it properly. It's like you can come up with a riff and guaranteed someone else has come up with something that sounds exactly like it.
I think it's where that argument comes off of what's ripping off and what's quote unquote heavily inspired.
Yeah.
And that's a never-ending debate in music sometimes as well.
It's you can't, because again, it's like old blues music. Since we're on Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, old blues guys used to not sound. They quote each other, or they'd take lyrics and they'd use them in their own songs, or they'd use licks on guitar and stuff. And everyone used to do it. It's the same. It's almost a similar concept to sampling in rap music.
Okay.
It's kind of, I don't know, like riffs and stuff are hard to kind of get plagiarism things for.
And that being said as well, we've never, at this point in 1970, and for Led Zeppelin's case, 1971, they've never gone to this degree before at this point in time.
Like this level of like blues rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of the first of its time.
This is unexplored territory at this point in time.
Yeah, 100%. These guys were crazy for what they were doing.
We've gone off topic again. What's some other really great things about Fairies Wear Boots before we move on?
What did I mention? Honestly, like the intro and just all the riffs and just everything about this song makes me just want to keep jumping. It's one of those songs you just gotta go listen to it. Everyone is just in a top notch, absolutely at the top of their game. Ozzy's belting out those lyrics. Iommi's ripping. Geezer is always in top form. He's never not in top form. Shout out Geezer Butler. Bill Ward's drumming is excellent on this and stands out, especially in that intro and when they bring it back in the middle section. Just that beat that he lays down is so groovy, incredibly groovy. It's a banger. I don't know what else to say.
Well, okay, let's go. When the Levee Breaks.
Oh, the Levee Breaks.
Probably one of the best Bonham moments.
Oh yeah,
that's his best drumming.
Oh yeah, there
is this infectious swing to this song.
Yep,
This is infectious.
This is like when I imagine swampy blues, like when someone mentions swamp, like real dark, muddy blues, this is what I imagine.
You are on a boat drifting through the bayou listening to this.
100%.
They're an English band and we're drawing the deep south of the US.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, but it's not wrong though, because they really drew a lot from old Delta blues in this song. And I think they managed to take the vibe of old Delta blues, you know, with the slide guitar, people, you know, they're moaning the blues, you know, they're singing about their troubles and stuff. And Zeppelin kind of took all of that and made it this super atmospheric, you know, it's just big, thunderous song of epic proportions.
I didn't know till last week that song's a cover.
Yeah, that's another one that they stole.
Yeah, a country blues song written and recorded by Memphis Minnie and Kansas Joe McCoy, 1929. And I gave that a listen, and you sit there and you go, gee, how did they draw this 2-minute blues track into 7 minutes of just swing, drawling riff?
Yep, it's crazy. But I think for something, for a song like this where the subject is a big flood. You know, the big dam is breaking.
Yes.
And, you know, there's this big devastating flood. The vibe that they set is perfect.
Oh, God,
Yeah, like just big, thunderous, it's like, I don't know. Just go listen to it, guys. If you haven't, go listen to it. What's wrong with you if you haven't listened to When the Levee Breaks?
Yeah. You'll feel dirty after listening to it just from the sheer volume of grime.
Have a shower afterwards. From the moment it comes in, the guitar riff comes in, the harmonica, oh.
What an added addition that is.
Yeah. And they really did it well as the harmonica, really good. They managed to capture the old dirty sound of a harmonica through like a really bad microphone and just added all of this reverb and delay as well. And whatever Robert's doing, man, he's screaming on that thing. Absolutely wailing the blues. And then Robert comes in with his vocals.
If it keeps on raining, Levee's gonna break.
Absolutely singing those blues. One of the main things that I love about this song that I mentioned is they really drew a lot from the old Delta with stuff like that, you know, kind of getting these drawly kind of vocals coming in, the slide guitar. It's really, you know, or they really accentuate the groove and stuff with a song like this with, you know, the drums and the bass kind of going on. But, yeah, just everything about it just really draws to that old-timey blues while making it original, which as much as it was bad that Led Zeppelin plagiarized all of those songs, they made When the Levee Breaks, you know, and this...
They gave a new interpretation When the Levee Breaks. They gave it a whole new meaning.
They didn't actually make this song.
No,
right?
This one's a cover.
Big distinction, but yeah. They can make something as big and atmospheric and original and kind of get put their own spin on these ideas. I think it's great. I think they did it justice. That's my humble opinion.
And my humble opinion is that's my point. When the Levee Breaks. I'll put it to you this way. Top 3, Led Zeppelin IV for me, Stairway to Heaven, When the Levee Breaks, Battle of Evermore. That's my top 3.
Yeah. I'm going to feel disgusting if I don't pick When the Levee Breaks because I think When the Levee Breaks is... I don't know if I can put it at number 1 Zeppelin song of all time, but it is easily in the top 3. Like, there's absolutely no question about it.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
That is your final answer. Now, remember, your point determines
Do it.
the decider.
Do it. Quick.
Okay. With Imran picking when the levee breaks, it's only bloody resulted this battle in a draw.
Ah, classic. What did you want me to do? It's not going to bind here, man.
Had you picked Fairies Wear Boots, Black Sabbath would have won.
Well-
5-3 Imran Led Zeppelin, 5-3 Black Sabbath for me. Completely indistinguishable.
Oh, God.
Do you know what would have happened if you went Fairies Wear Boots? 4-4, draw. Your point splits in half. 1.5 plays half. Black Sabbath wins.
That's crazy. That's...
We couldn't do it.
Look...
But I think you're happy that it's a draw. I'm happy that you didn't have to say one's better than the other.
Well,
I think in your head you're a bit relieved by that.
I think if Black Sabbath won, I would have cried a little bit. Oh, look, actually, I lie. If
You're happy with this result.
If
don't
either
lie to
one of them
yourself.
won, I would have been pretty sad about it, not going to lie. Because how do you put two albums like this against each other, man? You're a sick man.
nutcases, aren't
Sick
we?
man. Oh, God.
Either way, that's why I picked When the Levee Breaks, because it's in the top 3.
Yeah.
I'll say that. What's your top 3?
I'll start with Zeppelin. Levy, immediately. Rock and Roll and Four Sticks.
Paranoid.
Paranoid, War Pigs, easily.
Fairies Wear Boots, come on.
Hand of Doom and Fairies Wear Boots.
I think for me it's War Pigs, Hand of Doom, bugger it, Iron Man.
Yeah.
I'm basic, Iron Man. But Hand of Doom is in the top 3 too.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of weight that's been lifted off Imran's back. You can't see
I don't know.
it, but there's relief. Don't deny it.
Like,
Don't lie to yourself.
Yeah, but
you are relieved.
I don't think any outcome for this pod, draw or winner, has made me feel any better about this, to be honest. Fairies Wear Boots and When the Levee Breaks.
Yeah, bad. Stairway to Heaven, Iron Man.
Stairway and Iron Man.
Any other opponent.
Hand of Doom and Four Sticks. I had to pick Four Sticks, man.
Black Dog, War Pigs.
Oh, God. What a terrible, terrible battle.
But we got through it.
We got through it.
We got through it, and we get to do it again whenever we can find time again, which hopefully is soon. We do have plans. Let's hope.
Let's do it.
Round of applause, Albums. Well done. I think you broke my co-host.
I'm gonna need 2 weeks in the Bahamas. Sit on a beach somewhere. Think about my life. Think about... I don't know. Yeah, I'm broken.
That's all for now. Stay up to date by following us at facebook.com/Metal Standoff Pod and check out our other battles on your preferred podcast platform. Plus, be sure to tune in to Sin's main metal show, Mosh Pit on Sin, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. on 90.7 FM, DAB plus digital radio, or online at syn.org.au. Until next time, metal up your ass!